Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Miss Crochet and Coffee here, and today we are doing a whip and chat. So get out whatever it is you're working on, and you can work along with me. Yes, I know. Usually Tuesdays are coloring chats, but I felt like diamond painting, so I'm going to diamond paint. If you watch Mindful Monday, you would have seen that I did start my chroma flower, and this one is from Craftibly. Not to be mistaken for craftability, because apparently I kept saying that in the video. Yeah, I don't know, folks. My brain. Sometimes I wonder, as Mr. Coffee likes to say, he wonders what goes on in there. I'm like, you don't want to see what goes on in there. It's scary in there. But I felt like coloring, or I felt like diamond painting today. So I'm going to diamond paint. At this point, Mr. Coffee thinks I'm craftually confused because I've been doing all the crafts this week. All the crafts. I've been coloring, I've been latch hooking, I've been punch needling, which I have to say I'm not the biggest fan of punch needle. It's kind of a pain in the tuchus. I started punch needling on a pattern which is Totoro, and I was doing that one up obviously for Mr. Coffee. I ran out of yarn, and I was just like, I don't think this is how this is supposed to go. And the picture has it's just confusing as all get out. Like, I don't know how many stitches that I'm supposed to be punching through, or when, or where. And I started doing the Mario for my son, which I will finish them, but I don't think it's going to be anything like, you know, whatever. I think my biggest problem right now is that I want to go back to cross stitching. Now, when I first started watching YouTube, before I made a channel, if you guys have never heard the story, or if you're new, because there are quite a few new people on the channel, so hey, I'm Miss Coffee. When I first started watching YouTube, before I started my channel, my first YouTuber that I fell in love with was Stitcherista, which is odd now because now we're friends. And when I found her, I was cross stitching. I didn't do anything big or major or spectacular, but I was doing cross stitching. And then when she found diamond painting, I was all about that life. I was like, yes, let's do this because it doesn't take as long as cross stitching. And now I feel like I'm fighting the urge to cross stitch. I don't know why. Like, Rachel's been trying to get me to do beaded cross stitch, and I'm just like, I don't wanna. But and I'm not really the biggest beaded cross stitch fan, mostly because you have to wait so long to get them, because I don't know where I could get them in the US that it won't take 3 months to get them from China. So I never really had a huge interest in that. But cross stitching, again, that's what I used to do before I started diamond painting. So I was just kind of like, I don't know if I want to join, I don't want to join Floss Tube or anything. I just kind of want to do my own thing. I don't know. I feel like I'll go into the cross-stitching world and they'll be like, what in the world is this woman doing? Mostly because I know the basics. I am a master of all crafts, or I'm jack of all crafts, master of none, okay? I can do the basics of just about any craft. I'm not a master of any of them. I'm multi-craftual, which means I can do more than one craft. I'm not a one-trick pony. The problem is I get sucked into doing these crafts, and then I don't want to do anything else. So when I got sucked into diamond painting, I didn't want to do anything else. And now my brain is you're doing all this extra stuff when in reality you know you want to cross stitch. I've been really enjoying my latch hook set. And if you don't know, I bought a couple of things, which I haven't shown yet, which this first thing, which I'll show you real quick. Put that over there. First thing is punch needle. This is the punch needle I'm doing for my son, and it is of Mario. And I did start him. He doesn't look too bad, minus his mustache is a little, we ain't going to talk about that part right there. I still have to do his skin and everything else and the rest of his hat. But I didn't think he turned out too bad. Totoro, we ain't going to talk about it. So I started the punch needle, and like I said, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna, feature that on the channel. And then I also started, which I'm not gonna pull it out of here because there's little strings everywhere. Then I started this pattern for my son because he loves pirates. So I started the pirate ship for Orion. And it's just like a little latch hook rug. And of course, me being the bright person I am, I forgot that most latch hook sets, especially expert ones, don't come with the latch hook. So I had to send Mr. Coffee out to get me a latch hook because I couldn't find mine. And then the moment he bought it, I found where mine was. Because again, I can do just about any craft. And I think in one of my videos this week, I asked somebody, you know, hey, what craft would you guys like to see? And I was like, nothing with small pieces. And somebody's like, jewelry making. Yeah, no, that's not happening. No, I'm not a jewelry making type person. I don't even wear jewelry. I say that as you're looking at 2 rings on my hand. All right, so those were purchased. I didn't make them, nor am I have any interest in making jewelry. Junk journaling, no, that's not my cup of tea. No. I honestly don't even really know what that is, and nothing about that seems appealing to me. So Mr. Coffee bought me a small cross-stitch kit, and he goes, why don't you try getting back into cross-stitch again? He goes, you seem to really enjoy, because I still watch Floss too. Like, that's my secret indulgence that I don't tell anybody. I still watch, and I haven't stopped watching Floss too. The problem is, I don't do my cross-stitching anymore. I stopped doing it because I like diamond painting. And right now, I'm still enjoying my diamond painting, which is why you're noticing, hey, hold up, you're working on chroma flower, but you didn't finish kimono. Nope, you'll see kimono on Thursday, and then probably on Friday night for my live. I've started working on more than one project. And that's to keep me from buying all the cross-stitch things, because if you think that I won't go out and buy all the cross-stitch things, you're sadly mistaken. I actually own a little duffel bag with lambs on it. And in that duffel bag is all 447 DMC threads colors. Yeah. Again, I used to cross-stitch. I just stopped doing it because I got burnt out on it because it seemed like the couple of patterns that I like, I don't like following actual patterns. I like kind of making up my own. I've never been one to like follow patterns, except for in diamond painting. It's like the only thing I've ever followed patterns in. But Mr. Coffee seems to think that, you know, I'm getting ahead of myself with all the extra crafts. And I'm like, you know what? You're probably right. So he's like, why don't you number it down to maybe 2 or 3? Which right now, I have my latch hook. I have my adult coloring, which you might not see as much adult coloring. I mean, if you see it, it'll be like a second video. I think what I'm going to do is I will adult color, unless I'm doing a tutorial, I will adult color when I feel like it. But mostly, you'll probably see more diamond paintings and unboxings and stuff like that. But I probably won't do a whole lot of coloring on the channel. Obviously, unless it's requested. But unless I'm doing a tutorial or showing you guys some cool art supplies or, you know, whatever, you probably won't see a whole lot of, like, coloring on the channel anymore. I still, believe me, I still color all the time. It's just, right now, I just want to diamond paint. Like, every time I turn the camera on, I'm like, I want to diamond paint. And who am I to tell myself, you know, no, you can't diamond paint. You have to color today. No, I don't like being told what to do, so I'm going to do what I feel like doing that day. So if you come on and I'm like macrameing or some crap, you know, that's what I feel like doing that day. Plus, I've learned that there's a lot of cross-stitchers on my channel, and I'm like, hold up, y'all cross-stitch? Ain't nobody tell me nothing. Ain't nobody want to share that information, and I'm like, you guys could have been helping me better my skills in cross-stitch. I'm just saying. And you would think, because my friend is Stitcherista, that I'd be like a master in cross-stitching. No. We talk about real things, not cross-stitching. Until she did that sweater weather pattern. And then I was like, good God. I found the pattern. And she was helping me pick out fabric for the pattern. So as soon as that fabric comes in, guys, get ready. Because that will probably be one of the first cross-stitching things you see on my channel. That, and I have to figure out a way to set up my camera so you can actually see it, so I'm not having to cross-stitch. Well, I don't mind cross-stitching in front of myself, but I want to be able to sit back and sit comfortably and cross stitch. And I think I know how to do it where I can cross stitch comfortably on the couch, and I will figure it out because, as you guys always know, I'm the chick on the couch. So yeah, so hopefully you guys had a wonderful holiday weekend. If not, hopefully you guys have a great day. Today, obviously, when I'm recording this, is Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday here in the US just means it's Black Friday online. It's all the sales without any of the fighting. Like, you can't fight the internet. I mean, you could try, but I don't think you would win. This is also, 'tis the season for identity theft, so watch your wallets, folks. You know how many people get their identity stolen over the holidays? Nothing says happy holidays like somebody taking your credit card information and buying up a bunch of crap. It's happened to me, which is hilarious, because how come when you spend money on your account, if you don't have enough money, they block your transactions, and they're like, you have that embarrassing moment at the store where it's like, nope, decline, and you swear that cash register is like yelling declined at everybody so that they know that you're a loser and you don't have any money, and it's like, decline, decline. Well, how is it that if I go buy a bag of Skittles, my card gets declined if I don't have the money on there, but somebody in another country can buy $10,000 worth of crap on my credit card and it doesn't flag them? I'm like, $10,000? I don't even have $10 on the bank account. How did they spend $10,000? That happened to me a couple of years ago when I lived in Pennsylvania, and the bank insisted that it was I did it, like I bought all this stuff, and I'm like, why would I buy $10,000 worth of stuff when I didn't even have $10 in the account? Like, that makes absolutely no sense. And if you guys are supposed to be safeguarding me from getting my account hacked, then how come you didn't flag that transaction? And they're like, well, we didn't know if it was for Christmas. Take it, you guys. This was in February. It was in February. But they didn't know if it was a Christmas transaction. I'm like, look, I don't know what you think my children do. Because at that time, I had Minna and Orion. So I was like, I don't think you realize I love my children. I really do. I don't ever see me spending $10,000 on my children for Christmas. I don't. I love them to death. Do anything for them except for spend $10,000 for Christmas presents. No. So that was an experience. And then they tried to tell me that I had to pay the money back. I'm like, you can suck a big fat one on that one. Close that account. Nope. Not paying it. And then they realized it was a theft thing that was happening, and they, put the money back in the account because, of course, what they did was they just left my account overdrawn. And then every day they would add a $5 charge. And then after a week, they closed the account and then just left me with the balance. And then they cleared the account up, like, I don't know, 2 weeks later, after it had already incurred like $200 in charges from being overdrawn. And they closed the account. Well, then when all the fraud protection stuff finally did kick in, they were like, oh, by the way, all your fraud protection kicked in. It looks like this transaction was a fraud. It was made from over in Nigeria. So we're going to go ahead and give you back all that money, but you're still in charge of all the fees. Nope. Close the account's closed. I'm like, I have nothing to do with that account anymore. I'm like, you put fees on my account because you swore up and down that somehow, some way I was spending that. Who spends $10,000 for Christmas in February? Please explain. Please. No, you shut that down right now. So I got that. I did get it cleared up, but there's nothing worse than having your identity stolen or your credit card stolen, or people nowadays, like my parents have a porch pirate, which is the funniest thing in the world to me. One, because it's the word porch pirate, and I'm a big kid, and my dad told me that he had a porch pirate. I busted out laughing because I thought he was joking. No, porch pirates, if you don't know what that is, a porch pirate is someone who essentially they stalk a neighborhood, and when they see people get packages, they will steal the packages off your porch, especially if they know you're not home. But this porch pirate must not have known that my dad is from the streets. And so my dad in the house, and this is one of the reasons, hold on, I'm looking for some wax because I got to put some more wax in this. This is one of the reasons why I left my dog Achilles with my dad. Now, my dog Achilles was a rescue, okay? He is a puppy mill puppy. He's a rescue, so he had like his own mental health issues. He had like anxiety and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm gonna pause you while I look for this because you're just watching me do nothing. Hold on. All right, we got some more wax. So yeah, so Achilles barks at his shadow. Like, Achilles is a very alert dog. Now, Achilles is a Pomeranian Australian Shepherd mix. He looks like a small, tiny Rottweiler, but he is the kindest dog on the planet, but he is super paranoid, like my dad, because, you know, my dad's a war vet, so, like, everybody's out to get him. But, my dad had a porch pirate a couple of weeks ago, and my nephew was coming in from school and saw this car parked in front of my dad's house. And my nephew was like, Pawpaw, you know, hey, there's this red car parked out in front of your house. And the UPS guy had just dropped off packages. And my dad, even though he had his knee surgery, his other knee is still bad, which I'm not sure when he's getting that knee worked on. But Dad was slow rolling coming up the stairs because he was in his man cave. And which his man cave is like a second house in their house. Like, it literally has like a fridge in it and a living room area and his bedroom and a bathroom, washer and dryer. Like, he has a little house in his house. This is the type of rich I hope to get to one day. Like, that is my dream. I will take a man cave over a she shed because I don't want to be outside. Let me have a second house in the house. Anyways, so my dad gets upstairs, and again, this guy didn't realize my dad was from the streets. My dad carries a weapon on him at all times. At all times. If you ever see my dad out in the street, just know he has a gun on him. You may not see it, but it's there. And my dad seen the guy walking towards his house, so he goes up the stairs and he opens the door and just lifts his shirt up to show the guy, you come over here, I'm full of some hot stuff. The guy immediately stopped dead in his tracks, turned around, and hauled tail off. This is a normal occurrence in nicer neighborhoods in Pennsylvania. It actually happened. Okay, it happened in Pennsylvania where I used to live, and it wasn't like a nice neighborhood. Yeah, see, this just feels right now. Like, I feel like this is what I should be doing. You do whatever craft you feel like you should be doing. Don't make anybody feel like you should be forced to do any particular craft. If you want to freaking finger knit, you finger knit. This just feels right now. Like, I feel like I'm in a good mental health space right now. Anyways. So yeah, like, when I was living in Pennsylvania, we didn't smoke in our house because obviously Orion was allergic. And it's before we started vaping, so we were actually smoking nasty ass cigarettes. So now just the smell of them makes me nauseous. But at one point in time, I used to smoke regular cigarettes. Well, we were sitting on the porch one night playing Hearthstone, which is this really cool card game that Mr. Coffee showed me how to play. I used to be like obsessed with that game. But we were sitting on the porch one night playing Hearthstone, and it was dark out. And my neighbors, their house was attached to ours. We had a duplex, and literally it's just two houses connected together to make one ginormous house. Nothing on the inside connected them except for a wall in the basement. And it was like a wall where they dug up the ground. So it was like a dirty wall, so nobody would like really crawl through there. Anyways, we were all sitting on a porch one night, and we were, you know, having a couple of drinks and talking, and it was like the best situation. Like, the lady at the time was like one of my best friends. But you find out who your real friends are when you move, and then everybody stops talking to you. Yeah. Anyways, don't feel bad. It was meant to be. So we're sitting there and we're talking. It's dark. We don't have any porch lights on or anything. We were just sitting in the dark, and we lived on a major road, so we would watch like the traffic go by, and we would just be sitting there, you know, chit-chatting about our day, about life, about the kids. And one night, we just see this guy come out of nowhere, okay? Now, right next to our house was an insurance agency, but then right next to the insurance agency was another house. But it was just a regular house, like, you know, one of those really nice, fancy houses. And the lady that lived there had all these really nice decorations on her porch. And one of them was an antique snowman. And I'm talking about, like, antique, like, it was a really nice, somebody made it out of wood snowman. We sat there one night, and because it's dark, people can't see us, and it was cold, so we all had jackets on, and I'm pretty sure all of our jackets were black jackets. We're sitting there, and we watched this guy get out of his car. Like, he literally pulls over as fast as he can, gets out of his car, goes up onto her porch, steals the snowman, runs down the porch, jumps back in his car, and speeds off. That's a porch pirate. And I'm sitting here like, I'm sorry. We got the guy's license plate number, and the cops did find him, and she got her snowman back, which apparently was like a family thing that her great-grandfather made. And, you know, it had like a spot where you could put lights and stuff in it. It was really cool looking snowman. But it was very odd that somebody would want to steal this snowman off her freaking porch. And I'm like, so what's up with the snowman? Like, what? I don't understand why, of all things to steal in the middle of the night, you're stealing, like, porch snowmans. What level of life do you have to be at that you're so low that you're stealing porch snowmans? Somebody write that down in the comments. Good God. Like, people do some crazy things over the holidays. I'm telling you, the holidays bring out the worst in people. Like, it's like, I never got Black Friday because, like, you just spent the whole evening talking about what you were thankful for, and then you're going to a store to go fight people for sales. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't really need that bad. I don't want to fight anybody for it. Like I said, I've been Black Friday shopping once, fought an old guy, never do it again. Yeah, I will wait for Cyber Monday, which the day I'm recording this is Cyber Monday. So as soon as I'm done with this and cleaning my house, I will probably go over there and take a look and see what they have so that I can finish up some Christmas shopping. Because one never feels as old when your child asks you for something and you have no clue what it is. Now, one of the things that Minna asked for Christmas was a pair of Air Force Ones. Now, my daughter usually isn't very materialistic. Like, she'll take just about anything. She has a decent head on her shoulders. And she asked for a pair of Air Force Ones. Now, the only Air Force Ones I ever known of is back in the 90s, there was a song by a guy named Nelly. He wore a Band-Aid on his cheek, and he was singing a song about Air Force Ones, which are Nikes. Minna asked for these shoes for Christmas, and I'm like, why do you want that? Not that it's anything bad, but it's the first time, I'm straightening up drills here. It's the first time she's ever asked for anything materialistic like that. Like, she's asked for a hydro flask, and I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm like, will a regular water bottle not do? Now they have, like, special names for it, and you gotta wear, like, baggy something. I don't freaking know. Somebody asked me how I line my drills up. So you just shake, shake, shake. You tilt it, and then you pat the bottom of it. Boom. Drill's lined up. So she asked for that. She asked for Apple earbuds, and I'm like, look, chick, you're if you don't know what Apple earbuds pods are, not buds, or pods, they are $200 headphones. Now, you guys, again, I don't know if she thinks that we're rich, which she found out real quick when she got here, and she thought we were going to all these amusement parks and stuff when she was here, and I was like, what amusement parks? There's no amusement parks in Williston. No. That's why we kept going to the Ark, because they had different activities for the kids there. She loved that, but I'm like, there's no amusement parks here, sweetie. Like, this isn't Pennsylvania where we could take you to Hershey Park over the summer. This is Williston. There are tumbleweeds. You chase those down the street. That's your entertainment. But she's asking for all this stuff. Like, and I have to say, I did ask her to give me a list. I didn't realize that the stuff on that list was, like, that expensive. But I guess the older they get, the more expensive their taste gets. Because where Maggie and Orion are asking for, like, little stuff, except for Orion. Orion did ask for a Wii Switch. Or, not a Wii Switch, a Switch. Which is another game console, and I'm just like, is that really worth it? Like, and I would say he doesn't play his Xbox enough for me to get him a Switch, but I really don't want him to play it enough where I, like, sit there and go, well, you know what? I can justify buying this for you because you play the crap out of your Xbox. Where I do allow him to play it whenever he wants to. Usually Orion is, like, doing math or reading a book or something. He doesn't spend all day on his Xbox. Like, they were just out for winter break, and I think I've seen him on it 3 times, and they were off school from Wednesday until Monday, which is today. Today is the first day I have home by myself in God knows how long. And that mop, good God, is going to get a workout as soon as I'm done with this video, because I need to clean this house like nobody's business. The kids' rooms are a mess. Well, I can't say that. Maggie's room is a mess. Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen, which is our elf on the shelf, is having a good time playing in her Barbie house. And she woke up this morning. At this point, Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen is driving my kids insane. They think they're losing their minds. I think it's hilarious. Now, Orion is a hermit. And what I wanted to do was, I wanted to go... Oh, I should probably explain Elf on the Shelf for those who don't know what that is. Elf on the Shelf is a little elf-looking guy. He's kind of creepy because he kind of looks off to the side of his eye and he's like smirking at you. Our most elves' names are Holly or Sprinkles or Bob. My Elf on the Shelf's name is Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen. He was number 1. Yes, it is from SpongeBob. Yes, my kids and Mr. Coffee named him. Yes, the kids can say Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen, but just for my own sanity, we have nicknamed him Smitty. So if you hear me say Smitty, it's Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen. Because try saying Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen when somebody goes, well, what's your elf name? Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen. So yeah, Smitty right now is hanging out in Maggie's Barbie house, but Maggie somehow, some way, I just got a bunch of wax on my canvas. Maggie somehow, some way has torn up her room, and there's like a bunch of papers all over the place, and I need to vacuum, and I brushed the dogs this morning before I started recording, and Killian is still shedding like nobody's freaking business, and he won't stop because he hates my life. Everything outside this weekend, our temperatures were low. And I'm talking about like low, like you in the club, and the song tells you to get low. Like the temperatures were in like the teens. And then we had a day where we were supposed to get a foot of snow, but apparently all that went down to Diamond Dave and Ash Inc. in Fargo. I wonder how Wolfpack made out, because I haven't really talked to her. I need to message her. But we were supposed to get a foot of snow. We didn't. We got about 2 inches of ice, which at this point, I would prefer the snow over the ice. And at first I didn't care, because once we have like a holiday or something, I don't leave the house. I haven't left. Mine is taking the kids to school this morning. I haven't left the house since Tuesday last week. Why? Because I don't leave the house. Mr. Coffee walks the dogs when he's home. Which isn't very much. Like during the week, I walk the dogs in the morning and afternoon, and then he takes them out for their last walk at night just because it's so dark out. And I told him I'd be okay because I have like my flashlight, which is a taser. Yeah, they do make those. I don't know where my dad got the tactical flashlight from, but like it's a taser. So if I turn the flashlight on and hit the button twice, like it makes that little sound. Coolest thing ever. But I told him I have the flashlight and he doesn't care. He doesn't like me going out at night. So Mr. Coffee walks the dogs at night. I walk them during the day. And every once in a while I will walk them at night. But for the most part, Mr. Coffee walks them at night. So when he's home, like on the weekends and stuff, he walks them all day. And then I take care of cleaning the house, taking care of the kids, making sure we have dinner cooked and ready. Which tonight we're having some kind of, it's like egg noodles with cream of mushroom and sauteed chicken. You cook up the chicken and then you marinate it in the cream of mushroom and then you add the noodles to it. It's something my dad used to make when I was little. And of course, Dad, we were balling on a budget back when I was little. So Pawpaw had all these recipes that didn't have a name. He would just literally just put stuff together because at that time he had so many mouths to feed. He didn't have time to name any recipes. He was just needing to get food on the table. So he would just come up with all these concoctions and hope for the best. Like my dad's what they would call like a gangsta cook because none of the stuff he makes has names, but he can make all this stuff. And I'm still asking my mom for that cookbook for Christmas. Last year I didn't get my cookbook, so I'm hoping this year I do. For Christmas this year I got my parents 2 cups from the Extreme Designs lady. They absolutely loved them. My mom took her cup and she went squealing off to bingo. Pawpaw took his cup down to his man cave to watch the Alabama game. He wasn't very happy, though, because they didn't win. I think that's probably the first time in a long time that I've heard him say that they didn't win. I think it was like the Iron Bowl. And somebody messaged me and was like, oh, Alabama lost, and I was like, oh, don't tell Pawpaw, please. He's gonna be so mad. Oh my God. You would think that he was the one playing football that day. Like, he gets so in his feelings about it. So I was like, yeah, let's just keep this between us. You're not gonna mention this to Pawpaw. All right. So we might get another flower petal done. But yes, if you saw Mindful Monday, you would have saw me start this painting. I actually really like it. The quality is really good. The canvas is tacky. The drill quality is amazing. Like, I think I've had maybe just a couple pieces of trash. Maybe like 1 or 2 pieces. And that's it. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Craftibly, go check them out. They have, again, they're new, so they're getting their inventory and licensing and stuff all situated. I thought the letter was trying to tell me that she did have the license, and then afterwards I talked to the lady and she's getting everything worked out to make sure that they have it. So again, they're still working out the kinks and bugs on a few things, but they do have some stock images on their site, and they are good quality from what if they're anything like this one, they're definitely worth you guys going over and taking a look at. I really like this kit. It's really easy to work up. And again, it kind of reminds me of a Dreamer Design / Diamond Art Club mix. Dreamer Designs just because it doesn't have the soft back. But that frame that was happening before is just there. It's not coming off like Dreamer Designs does. But the scalloped edges and the way the legend is and the schematic, yeah, definitely something that I really like. So, let's see. I also have something coming in from Wizardy. They contacted me and asked me could they send me out one of those paper craft things. You guys, I got the owl. Oh, I can't wait till you guys see it. It's going to be cool. Now, I probably won't do it on the channel because, yeah, no. But Mr. Coffee's going to do it. He liked it, so he said he would do it. That thing is massive. So I was like, yeah, you do that. I'm not good at origami. Origami. Oh my gosh, you guys, I swear. Also, have you ever had somebody say something to you and you're like, yep, this is the person that's going to murder me? I got a comment over the weekend and somebody was like, I love you. Don't take it the wrong way, but I really love you. And I'm like, yep, this is how I'm going to die. I normally don't, like, get any kind of way with comments, but that comment, and I didn't recognize the name, and I was just like, yep, this person's gonna murder me. What makes people do these things? I don't understand. I don't. And, I understand that there's a lot of people that like my channel and, they think I'm funny and whatever, but I'm just like, dude, chill out. Like, you don't gotta be creepy about it. Like, okay, just say you like the channel and move on with your life. You don't have to be like, okay, one of my live streams a long time ago, and I know a couple of you that have been here for a while probably remember this. Somebody asked to wear they said I had nice hands, and then asked me could they wear my skin as a coat. What would possess you to open your mouth and ask somebody, could you wear their skin? Like, I had a full Hannibal Lecter moment at that moment. I was just like, oh my God, I'm about to die. I'm about to get murdered live on YouTube. Like, what in the world? And I was just like, yeah, I'm going to have to get some more mods. So I had to change my mods around a little bit. But I got some new mods, and my mods do pretty good on my live streams at making sure that, if there's a ruckus, they take care of it, and we have a good time in live. So if you've never been to a live, even if you, come and lurk, they're usually a lot of fun. Especially this past weekend, you guys, I actually really had an asthma attack. I was like, Maggie moved my inhaler because I keep the inhaler on the shelf behind me because I've been having more and more issues with my asthma. And Maggie moved it at some point because she thought it was Orion's, because Orion also has asthma. So she put it on the counter, so Mr. Coffee had to run over and get it like right after live was over. My chest was on fire all weekend. Oh my God. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out live. So yeah. So you guys might see some cross stitching coming. I know. Miss Coffee's changing up another craft. Don't worry, you still will see coloring. It's just I won't be doing a lot of like actual coloring in videos. I will be participating in the colorathon on the, well, I think it's the 13th, 14th, and 15th of this month. I think. Don't quote me on that. Whatever day that is next weekend, which I'm going to guess is probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to guess it's probably like the 13th that I'll be doing it, because usually they have me do it on the same day, on the same time as, oh snap. They usually have me do it at the same time as my regular live. So yeah, I will be participating in that, but that'll probably be the last time I participate. And then you guys will probably see, like, I don't want to be a one-trick pony on my channel. Like, I don't want to stick to one craft, so I might change things up often. I still will try to give you guys a healthy little bit of everything, because of course I'm still affiliated with Arteza, and so whenever they have something new and cool that they would like for me to show you guys, like this weekend they sent me out the 120 set color pencil set, and all I'm doing is waiting for the they also sent me 2 sketchbooks, so I'm waiting for the sketchbooks to get here before I show you the color pencil set. And like, if they send me stuff out to show you guys, obviously I'm going to show you guys. But now that I got coloring down, and I'm not an expert or anything, I want to get back into cross stitching a little bit. Like, not a whole lot, just a little bit. Like, I don't want to join floss tube. I don't want to go to the extreme with it. There's nothing wrong with floss tube. I just want to be able to cross stitch what I want to cross stitch, show you guys, and be like, look, I made a thing with some stuff, with some thread and needle. That's about as far as I want to go with that. Just because I don't think, I'm not worthy of floss tube. Like, my skills are not floss tube worthy. Like, I am no Michelle Bendy Stitchy. I am no Stitcherista. I'm not Creativity by Gidge or Jin. Like, again, I know the basics, and I can make anything pretty much, as long as I have a picture in front of me. But like, I don't think my skills are worthy of floss tube, so it'll just be me messing around with like yarn and thread and needles, and yeah, that. And you might see some latch hooking, because I do love latch hooking. I know there's not a big crowd for latch hooking, but I really like latch hooking. I also thought about getting rid of my Mindful Mondays, just because, I don't know, that's an extra day that I could be doing more crafty stuff, which, you know, not that I don't do crafty stuff on Mindful Mondays, or turning Mindful Mondays into the coloring days, and those will be when you see like me color a picture or something. Like, you won't see me color all of my pictures on Mindful Monday, but Mindful Monday will be coloring. I love watching time lapses when people color and just watching the picture come alive. Whereas with diamond painting, it drives me nuts if I can't finish an entire diamond painting in a time lapse. So unless I can, I don't really enjoy doing time lapses for diamond painting. So I thought about moving diamond or coloring to my Mindful Mondays, and then diamond painting for like whipping chats or live streams or whatever. And then I'd throw some cross stitching in there somewhere. Plus, quite a few of my friends know how to cross stitch. Like Patriotic Beauty knows how to cross stitch, which I was shocked at that, because I was like, hold up, you cross stitch? And she's like, yeah. Oh, snap. And then, of course, you got Rachel Ray's getting into it now, and Cal Withington is getting into it. I don't know if Cal's done it before, but she had this adorable little pattern of balloons that she showed us in her live on Sunday, and I was just like, oh my god, now I really want to do it. And again, I've made a couple of things. I've never made anything huge, like a memorabilia or anything, but I've made a couple of things, and I really did enjoy cross-stitching. So you'll get a healthy mix of cross-stitch, coloring, and that's one of the reasons why when I changed my name right when I first started, because if you remember, I think my name used to be just Miss Crochet and Coffee, and then I changed it, or Diamond Painting. I don't remember what my name used to be. I'll have to go look. But my name used to be something with diamond painting, I want to say, possibly. And then I changed it to crafting, because I know after a while I would get bored with one craft. And I won't stop doing it. Like, I still crochet. Like, I crocheted beanies and stuff over the weekend. I still crochet, but it's not something I do all the time. But I have the supplies for when I do want to do it. It's just I have to be in that mood. And if you're not in the mood to do a certain craft, it's not going to come out right. Like, you have to have your whole heart and soul into that craft to be able to, like, put the love into it to make it turn out how you want it. So, yeah, like, I kind of wanted to talk to Stitcherista about it and see what she thought, because, you know, she changed her channel up a little bit, where she does, what? She does, Monday is cross-stitch, Monday cross-stitch, Wednesday is diamond painting, and then Friday is coloring. So I want to see what she says about maybe giving me some pointers on, like, how to integrate in. Because I know if I had any issues, I can, you know, contact her or Jen's Creation Wall, because she cross stitches. She's actually cross stitching like this gigantic, like, I call it a mural, because it looks like a blanket when she's cross stitching it. And I'm like, what in the world are you cross? And she's doing like some Egyptian piece. And I was like, well, good God. And I found it's funny because I bought Rachel Ray this little unicorn thing that she wanted off Etsy. It was like a couple bucks. I'm like, dude, why don't you just get it? I'm just gonna get it. So I just got it for her. But I know I shouldn't have, because the moment I seen it, I found other patterns that I then wanted to do, and I was like, no, 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 I'm not doing it. No, no. I might have bought a cross stitch pattern. Yeah. The crafting game is real, folks. So, how many of you folks cross stitch? Because Miss scooch over, because Miss Coffee's coming through. Okay, Miss Coffee wants to cross stitch. Again, I'm not gonna stop diamond painting. I have way too many. That's not the reason why I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop because I don't want to. Because there's a lot of the times when I get stuck on a project, my go-to is diamond painting. You can't get stuck on diamond painting. It's like a paint by number with little diamonds, which is exactly what it is. But I never meant for my channel to be more or one craft. Like, I wanted it to be more than one craft. And I have my crochet tutorials, which for that person that asked me to do the Santa hat, I haven't forgotten about you. It takes a long time, because I have to figure out the pattern with the stitch, because they wanted me to do it with that linked double crochet. And I have to figure out how to do the pattern with the stitch, what size is the pattern going to be for, which it'll probably be for a child size Santa hat, because unless I don't think the person specified. And I can't do it in multiple sizes, because essentially, like, they have patterns for Santa hats, and you can already get them in different sizes. You would just change the stitch from double crochet to linked double crochet. So for that person looking for that, I will have that for you. I also, this is going to be weird, I don't sell Color Street. That is, I have a consultant. Her name is Amy. I don't sell Color Street, but I was going to do a tutorial. I'm actually going to record that after I finish this, on how I apply my Color Street, because I get a lot of people that want to purchase it but don't know how to turn it or put them on. And I'm like, it's really simple. It really is. If you see the light changing, it's because the dogs keep playing in the blinds, because, you know, they're dogs and that's what they do. So yeah. But I'm excited, you guys. I love trying new crafts. I love doing new things. And like I said, latch hooking right now, latch hooking is giving me so much life right now. Because it's tedious, because essentially you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. But what craft are you not doing the same thing over and over and over again, minus the fact that you're changing colors? So I'm excited. Now, I'm not sure how excited I am about the beaded cross stitch. That's yet another craft with tiny pieces, and that's the last thing I need, is another craft with tiny pieces. And I got a chuckle because one of my subscribers, I want to say it was Annette Pope. So Annette Pope, if you're watching this, I chuckled at your comment. She said something like, I knew she'd get you that beaded cross stitch. And I'm like, gosh darn it. And it's just for me to try. Like, I'm not getting big into it. I bought a couple of keychains so that I could try it. Plus, the keychains are small enough that I can finish them in a decent amount of time. And it's not like a memorabilia or anything. Like, something like that, no, I'm pretty sure I could never do. Like, one of the other stitchers I like to watch is Ginger Gerald. And he did that King Henry VIII, I think is what it was. Good God. Have you seen that thing? If you haven't, go check out his channel, because good God, that thing was amazing. I would never be able to do anything like that. But you want like a cute little unicorn or a little girl with, like, you know, sassy sayings. Like, I feel like that's going to be my thing, is like sassy sayings, or like really smart alecky sayings, because that's what I used to love to cross stitch before. I have a whole book full of them, and I love the little sassy sayings, so that might be my thing. Like, everybody else is making memorabilias and little Christmas things, and I'm over here with the thing that says biatch on it with the little bumblebee on it. Yeah, that's Miss Coffee. I like to be different. So yeah, so if you're a cross stitcher, sound off in the comment section, because I need to know who to mess with whenever I have questions. Also, I have a subscriber sending me out, I don't want to say who it is until it gets here, but I have a subscriber sending me out this really gorgeous latch hook, and if she sends out the pieces and everything, I will show you guys if you're interested in seeing it. It looks like an Italian villa, but it's massive. So it comes with its own little stand or something, she said. And I was like, oh, is it that big? Oh, that would be gorgeous. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, I might have that on the channel. But that probably won't be for a little bit, though, because she has to pack it up and send it out to me. She's in the U.S., but I'm not going to rush her to send it out or anything. So yeah, so there's a couple of channel changes. Don't worry, I'm still going to be buying diamond paintings. I'm still going to be buying diamond paintings, reviewing diamond paintings, completing diamond paintings. I have a diamond painting that I need to unbox this week that I got from Diamond Art Club. Don't worry, it's just one. They sent out that email. They sent out an email and a text message this weekend for their sales. And if you didn't know, the day you're watching this video, which would be Tuesday, if you watch it on Tuesday, they said something in live stream on Friday about the donation, like 10% of the proceeds of what's sold on Tuesday will go to charity. So if you're able to, go ahead and jump on that. I'm going to try to buy something. I don't know what, because at this point, I think I have all the ones I want. I don't think I have any more on my wish list. My wish list has dwindled down, which is good, because then that means, I won't be buying any. And everybody's like, well, what did you get over for, the deals and everything else? I'm like, I got nothing. I have a lot of willpower when I want it. So if I say I don't want to buy something, I won't buy anything. So this weekend when they had all the sales, I was like, I don't want anything. I'm not buying anything. I literally just didn't buy anything. Not a big deal. So that's why I always laugh when people are like, I'm on a no buy. Oops, your finger didn't slip. Okay, no, your finger didn't slip. You just purchased something. It's fine. Like, it's okay to just purchase something. Your finger can't slip, because it's not like the stuff magically migrated to your cart and then your finger, while you were sleeping, had a jerking motion and put in all your credit card information, and then no, your finger didn't slip. You just bought something. But I was just kind of like, I don't want to buy anything. There's really nothing on there right now. And Diamond Art Club was really slick with it, though, because when they had the VIP sale about 2 weeks ago, I think it was, because it did take that package. I hate their new delivery, whatever. I hate it so much, because literally it was like 2 weeks ago that they had that sale. I just dropped my diamond on the floor, just in the baggie. But it was about 2 weeks ago that they had that sale. I just got it Saturday. So I guess it was about a week. I have to wait like 7 days to get my canvases now instead of 4. And even though I have tons of canvas, I mean, I'm not going to fuss too much about it, because, it's not like I don't have other canvases in there that I could do. But going from waiting 4 days to waiting 7, it's a little inconvenient. I don't like it, because it gives it more time to get destroyed in the postal service. And we all know the holiday season is here, so they're playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots with our packages right now. So I don't know. But yeah, I didn't buy anything from the sale. Plus, that text message that went out only went out to certain people, And they asked that, obviously they asked, please don't share those codes. And of course, there was those few people that were just like, here's the code that I got for this. And I'm like, didn't they just say don't share the codes? And this is why we can't have nice things, folks. So please, if they ask you not to share the code, or you get a special code via text message or email that everybody else didn't get, please don't share the code. And then when you share your post about, flossing on how many diamond painting kits you bought, please black out the code. I had a lady fuss at me this weekend because her post got deleted in my group, which if you're not part of my group, please feel free to join. It's Crafters Anonymous with Miss Crochet and Coffee and Rachel Ray. All you have to do is scroll down and answer 3 questions. And once you do, it'll automatically enter you into the group. We have a lot of fun. We do giveaways and all kinds of fun stuff. So this lady got upset with me this weekend because her post got deleted because she didn't black out the code that she got. And the code can't be used numerous times, but they had been just asked to not share the code, and she forgot to black out the code. And she understood, like, when I told her, hey, if you're going to post a picture, I don't care if you post a picture, but please black out the code because we were asked not to share the code. And so she was like, oh, I'm really sorry. I just got so excited and blah. I'm like, I understand. I get it. Buying diamond paintings, you get like this high of like this. It's a crafting high. You're just like, oh, I got more kits. And at this point, I'm a craft collector. I don't like hoarder. It just seems so negative. So we're just going to say collector. So yeah. Other than that, it was actually a pretty good weekend. Nothing really crazy happened, minus, Maggie and her shenanigans, but I'll tell you about those on Thursday. Today was more of a channel update / what's going on, what have I been up to. I've done a little bit of coloring, I've done a little bit of latch hooking, I've done a little bit of punch needle. I have my Saturday morning shenanigans with a few of my friends where we're working up morning coffee, or good morning by DAC. I'm about done with mine. The other ladies are getting there. They're about, if they're not halfway, they're about done like me. So, yeah, so it's going to be, I think it's going to be a good week. I hope it's going to be a good week, because if not, good God. So I'm going to try to do this tutorial on the nail strips, and you'll probably see it later on the day I put this up. If you see this in the future, that video is already up. Again, I don't sell Color Street. I have a consultant. Her name is Amy. She is amazing. She also has this thing called a Gidge box, which is what I have, which is a subscription to Color Street. And every month she sends me out 2 sets of nails. And for me, that's a month worth of nails. So by the time it comes around again for her to send me out another package of them, I'm ready for them because I've already used my nails. So like, it's usually about time. So I usually like get them like the second week of the month, and then by the time she sends them out again, boom, I'm ready for them again. So let's see what we're working on next. 400. There we go. We got a lot done, you guys. Look, we got that whole, like, guys, look at us getting crafting done today. I hope you're having a productive day. If not, make it a productive day. Take some time out for yourself. Say something nice to yourself. Because, again, after I finish this, I got to record the Color Street video. I got to record an unboxing. But I am going to clean my house. I need to clean my house so bad. I am finally free of everyone out of this house. I was happy to get everybody out of the house this morning so I could clean. So I definitely will be cleaning after I finish this video. Apparently I'm trying to put down more than 1 diamond there. So yeah. So what are your plans for today? Are you going to be cleaning along with me? Are you going to be crafting all day? I would love to just sit and craft all day, which is what I usually do on Saturdays. Saturdays, Mr. Coffee takes the reins so I can hang out with friends via the internet. And so like he'll take care of doing most of the work around the house that day because I don't get a whole lot of time to do anything. So he's cordial enough to do that for me. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Also, to the woman that he laughed because I told him I got an email that was for him. And this happens every once in a while, which, you know, I'm not surprised. But somebody sent me an email that asked, can they marry my husband? And I'm like, well, he's already married. But, you know, if you feel froggy, you can try. And he literally responds back with no. He's like, he looks at me, he goes, "Are you kidding me? If we ever get divorced, I'm never getting married again. No." And I was like, well, don't make it sound like that. And if you were in my live stream, you would know Mr. Coffee, he's been being a little extra lately. We were talking about beards, and he said that if I got a beard that, you know, he would buy me a razor. And if I didn't use the razor, he would leave because he doesn't want to be married to circus personnel. And I was like, well, that kind of hurts my feelings. So, yeah. So what do you guys think? Do you guys like the idea of adding cross-stitching? Do you think I should just stick to coloring and diamond painting? And I know there's going to be those people that are like, do what you want. And I do, for the most part, do what I want. But I also like hearing what you guys like to see. So, because I know a lot of you have gotten into coloring with me, which is awesome. Don't worry, when I color, if you don't see it on the channel, check over on my Instagram, which is Miss Crochet and Coffee. And I always post, I'm always posting on my Instagram. So you can see all my progress and stuff there. So yeah, like, I think changing things up a little bit keeps them from getting stale. And right now, I'm loving this freaking diamond painting. Oh my God, I love it so much. I can't wait to be done with it. And then when this canvas is done, you'll get a, I'm thinking you'll get a, yeah, because it's a 30 by 30. You'll get another framing tutorial, and I'm going to update my sealing tutorial. So I'm going to show you how I seal, if I seal a diamond painting, because normally I don't seal my diamond paintings. I've not had a problem with any of the paintings I've had losing drills, except for the one behind me that I got when I first started diamond painting. Other than that, like, it lost one drill, and I literally found it as it fell off the canvas. So other than that, my drills don't come off the canvas. But I will be redoing my sealing video, and you guys will get a framing tutorial with it. So yeah, so as soon as I'm done with this, I have plans for this canvas. So yeah, but with that said, folks, I think my hour is up. Hopefully you guys got a lot of work done. Again, channel changes won't be major. I'll make it a smooth transition. It's not like, you know, one day I'll be diamond painting and then you'll never see it again. I'm still gonna be diamond painting. So yeah, I'm excited. Plus, I was already, like, I'm finishing cross-stitching Mr. Coffee's potato. If you remember, a while back, I was cross-stitching a potato for Mr. Coffee. I'm finishing it in secret so I can give it to him for Christmas. Like, I'm gonna get it, like, have it all nice and, like, framed and everything so that he can put it up on the wall for himself. But I have to find what it, there was a saying that went with it, but I can't remember what it was. But I'll find it. But with that said, folks, thank you so much for coming to hang out with me today. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down at this point. I don't give a crap. Either way, if you're not already a subscriber or are thinking about subscribing to see more craftable goodness just like this, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified anytime I randomly decide to put up a video. And believe me, it's random. With that said, folks, I am going to have to bid you adieu, because I need to go clean my house. But I'm also going to remind you, like I always try to, be kind, be courteous, be cool. Bye, guys.